Good morning and welcome to today's Open Data Center Alliance launch webcast. My name is Sherry Winterberg and I'll be your moderator for today. Let me start by introducing our speakers. On the line today we have Marvin Wheeler, Chief Strategy Officer at Terramark, and Andrew Feig, Executive Director, Technology Advisory Group, GTIS at UBS. Marvin, if you'd like to get us started.
Thank you, Sherry. First, what I'm going to do is go through a little bit about what we've seen in the industry that kind of led us to create this alliance, and then Andrew will follow with some of the real meat and potatoes of what the alliance intends to accomplish and the deliverables and such. So if you think about the industry today and what the CIOs are seeing is a very increased complexity of all the pressures on them. The corporate budgets are under pressure, the pressure to support revenue streams, and the speed in which the industry is changing is accelerating as we go. So the complexity for the IT manager is growing very significantly. We must improve our efficiency and capability of our infrastructure to meet our requirements. The need for interoperable solutions has never been greater. We need to keep our organizational budgets in check, and we have to enable integration of new technology and innovation within existing deployments. And we have to avoid siloed data center pools that could block the full realization of all the cloud benefits. These are challenges that we've never faced before. So if you flip the slide here, you'll see that the alliance has brought together some of the top and best companies around the whole world. The steering team that's going to oversee this overall global alliance is made up of some of the top companies from all sorts of vertical industries and all sorts of geographies. BMW out of Germany, China Life, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, National Australia Bank, UBS, Terramark, Marriott, Lockheed, and Shell. So we have a very good representation, and so far the interaction between these organizations to help develop this alliance has just been overwhelmingly positive, and there's just been a great sense of teamwork that we've seen. When we launched this, we already have over 70 global members. And all these companies are very committed to this alliance, and we expect this number to grow quite a bit as we go. Together, this is over a $50 billion annual spend on IT, so the buying power and the influence that this organization will have as recommendations unveil is tremendous. If you flip to the next slide, you'll see this is the mission statement that we've developed for this alliance, which is to enable delivery of cloud and data center solutions that meet the challenges facing data centers today and tomorrow, support solution development in an open industry standard and multi-vendor fashion, and aid in deploying solutions through member usage of the alliance roadmap. I would consider the last sentence there to be very key, that the members are very committed to use the output of this alliance in their strategic development, their strategic plans, and their buying decisions. So the goals of this is to create a unified voice for data center requirements from amongst this group that is members of the alliance, deliver requirements roadmap to the industry so that there's usable data, and then use this roadmap to define internal IT deployments. It's very important, the commitment of the alliance to use this roadmap in their decision making. If you flip the page here a little bit, it tells a little bit about Terramark. We're present in 4 continents, 12 data centers. We have 160 of the global internet carriers and telecom carriers, and most recently have been a gold winner at VMworld for our public hybrid cloud computing technologies. If you flip the page, it tells a little bit about why did Terramark, want to become a member of this alliance. So the challenges we face today is that we're out there trying to provide federated, interoperable, and secure solutions for our customers. And we have to aggregate massive amounts of processing power into a very condensed and dense footprint and this is forcing us into planning for multi-hundred watts a square foot data center footprint. So while the beauty of the cloud and virtualization and such is condensing the footprint, the data center efficiency requirements are rising astronomically as these solutions are being deployed. And why do we want to then join the alliance? What we've seen is that what all the CIOs want is success-based budgeting, meaning that they no longer does the CIO want to have capital expenditures that are done today where the utilization of that capital expenditure is not developed until over time. What everybody wants is to be able to buy capacity when they need it and only when they need it and only what they actually need. And what we've also felt like is with this group that's forming for this alliance, there's tremendous power in the numbers. There's meeting with these folks for the technical deep dives is just tremendous collaboration, and what it's going to do is going to give that one voice back to the industry, to the vendors, the system integrators, to everybody that's in the cloud and data center ecosystem. The one voice should be a great way for them to be able to develop their product development roadmaps. And what we're hoping is by being able to extract value out of this alliance, it's going to help us deliver solutions that allow our customers to focus on their core business. What I'm going to do now is turn it over to Andrew, who will go on and tell you a little bit about UBS and a little more about exactly how we're going to accomplish these lofty goals that I've just described. Andrew?
Great. Thanks, Marvin. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew from UBS. Just to kick it off here, a little bit about UBS. It's a global financial services firm that provides services to private, institutional, and corporate clients globally. We're in three main businesses: wealth management, investment banking, and asset management. We have offices in over 50 countries. You can see there are about $2.2 trillion in invested assets, and we have about 64,000 people around the world. All right. So the next slide here. So our top challenges are all about transforming the way UBS delivers compute to the on-demand cloud. The first two bullets there are definitely related, but they're a little different. The notion of doing it the old way, which is a single server, single app model, just doesn't scale in any way, both from a management and also from a cost perspective. So we're trying to both transform the operational processes as well as the whole cost model. So those two are very important. And then in today's world, we're also dealing with just virtualization sprawl and how we manage VMs. And that clearly is a foundational item to deliver cloud, but it's also a problem we're dealing with today. In terms of why we joined the alliance, we're hoping that we can drive together as a unified alliance all the standards, all the multi-vendor solutions that we can, and really hope to have an impact on the industry. We're also excited about learning what other firms in the alliance are doing, and hopefully we can share innovations and hopefully get a better experience out of it. Okay, next slide. So the alliance leadership has developed this model. As you can see there, there's a marketing committee and a technical coordination committee. One important note is Intel is asked to be a non-voting technical advisor to this organization, so that's very important. They're definitely in a unique role in the industry to help guide delivery of the roadmap, but it's important to note that they're non-voting. As you can see under the technical committee, there are 5 working groups. These are the initial 5 working groups. As you can see, there are services, management, infrastructure, security, and governance and ecosystem. So these are the initial groups. There can be more groups that can be created once we get launched, but this is where we're starting from. Next slide. So a little about the roadmap. So the roadmap is comprised of defined usage models based on what the working groups come up with. So as you can see, things like cloud onboarding and policy-based power management are fundamental for the Open Data Center Alliance and cloud computing. Today, we have delivered a 0.5 rev of the roadmap. So think of them as fairly developed but needing some more work. Today, at this point, our working groups have been given the go-ahead to fully define these roadmaps. with each having a usage model for the delivery of a detailed technical doc. Our working group's also been chartered to review all the usage models in their space and recommend additions or changes to focus our delivery towards a 1.0 document. You'll notice that the roadmap only goes out to the first half of 2011, but once again, this is the initial roadmaps, and more will be developed with more timelines and an extended roadmap. We do expect to deliver a 0.9 document for a general member review with enough time for the public 1.0 document in Q1 11. To discuss the roadmap in more detail, we'll be hosting a series of webcasts for the public and just for members starting next month. Visit our website to register and learn more about that. Before that, let's move on to the next slide. So engaging with the industry. So how do we make this a reality? So clearly, the roles, vendors are important to this alliance. It's not just end users. Around focus, the working groups drive the vendor engagements. So we'll be providing some details within 30 days of launch. The discussions, right? So we're hoping to have very healthy discussions, about the problems and the possible solutions. And then lastly, the members will vote on these models, on the roadmaps and the usage models. Next slide. So we begin today. Today we release the 0.5 roadmap to our working groups, opening the door for the formal development of the final usage models and the public roadmap delivery. The working groups are comprised of the steering committee and contributing members working together to define each model. So in Q1, we expect the 0.9 document to deliver it for all members for final review, and then we'll publish that as a 1.0. In the meantime, we're gonna, as I mentioned before, host public webcasts describing the charter in more detail and a series of member webcasts for board discussion of the working group charters and usage model development. We look forward to updating on our progress, and we're very excited. Now you ask, how do you join the Alliance? So let's talk about that. So if you're in the audience today and the charter of this organization resonates with the challenges you're facing in your company, I encourage you to join the Alliance and get involved. All membership information can be obtained from our website. Thanks for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you